See, I think you're absolutely right. The lines between the traditional lines between FSCs and LCCs are blurring. You've got FSCs like Fly Dubai, which have a business class, a full flat business class on the MAX aircraft. You have that's an LCC with full flat business class. You've got FSCs like Vistara, which have all economy aircraft. So the traditional views of what is an FSC and LCC have blurred. But what really separates FSCs from LCCs is not whether you have free food or not, or two classes or one classes. It is the kind of networks you want to serve. It is the kind of distribution system you have. It is the kind of partnerships you want to get into. And the more you go towards a longer haul model with more partnerships, et cetera, you evolve towards what is known as an FSC, with a frequent flyer program, et cetera. But the absence or presence of food on board, or two classes or single class, no longer is sufficient to differentiate the two. In my view, there's certainly space for two FSCs and a few LCCs. Now, what is that few? I don't know. But certainly, I think 4 to 5 LCCs as the market grows should be fine. But if it becomes too fragmented, then that's not good for anybody, because that's when you start having this predatory kind of competition and fighting for the last passenger, etc. So some amount of market consolidation is good, but not excessive. Down to 1 or 2 is not good. But down to 2 FSCs, 3, 4, or 5 LCCs, I think would be a good balance. And that's pretty much what you see if you look at China, if you look at EU, if you look at the US. The US is bigger because the market is still a lot bigger. So over time, we may also be able to support 3 FSCs. But that's the kind of ratio they're at.
Right.
Well, I completely agree with the rule of thumb that aviation demand grows at 1.5 to 2x GDP growth. And certainly, India is just scratching the surface. So I don't think secular growth in demand is in doubt. My concern, and I think everybody's concern, is can the infrastructure keep up with it? There was a huge investment in infrastructure in the 2008-2012 period when the first new private airports opened: Bangalore, Delhi, Terminal 2, Calcutta's new terminal, etc. And now there's a huge focus again. So it's a step change. Each time there's a step change, and as long as the infra can keep up, I think the demand potential, the market potential is huge. Well, people obviously learn with experience, but if an airline is looking to generate cash and they're fighting for customers because of oversupply, the risk is there of this price war starting again. Now, discounting is not a bad thing. It is indisciplined discounting which is bad. I mean, you don't discount in the last 7 or 14 days before departure. You only discount for one reason. You discount to sell seats that would otherwise go empty. You discount distressed capacity. And you do that for departures, you do that 30 days or more out, or at least 15 days or more out. If you do it in the right manner, all over the world, you have these sales. If British Airways, Singapore Airlines, they all have these, one-day sales, etc., because they have excess distressed capacity, but they have all these conditions. So I have no problem with sales and discounts as long as it is fenced. But there's a huge problem if the sales and discounts are for tomorrow's flight. For all aviation geeks in India, JRD Tata is the hero. He's the father of Indian aviation. He's the person who got India on the map. And he's the person, I think, which all of us airlines need to make proud again. If Air India can get back to its past glory, that what it was under him, and it was under him until 1978. It's not that in 53 he went away. He was running the airline to 78. It was a great airline. If Air India can get back to the past glory, make JRD proud, I think we'll all be proud.